15 all.
$30-15.
Oh. 40-15.
Again, Rosé not having any trouble. Let's see, Fred, what's that? How many points has he lost now? Only 2 in the set on his serve.
Exactly.
It's pretty solid numbers, and he really served well in the first set as well.
Until, as Vitas mentioned, he served for it in the tiebreaker and got a little nervous. Oh, that was a wild one.
All types of fans out here, as you can see. A little bit of help. It's very humid out there, just a reminder. And this lady's got her own device there to keep her cool.
And they've been having good afternoon crowds here.
They have, yeah.
They've supported the tennis.
Excellent evening crowds as well. And this place can accommodate over 15,000. Game to Rosé, 5 games to 3 in the second set.
I love those sound effects and the squeaks where they get into position and they move in. Rosé moved in behind this on a slice backhand approach. Comes in, picks the one down the line this time. Lendl doesn't get it close enough to the line, and he puts away the volley.
And it seemed as if his arm went out about 4 or 5 feet when he stretched it out.
Yeah, at the net, he'd only have to take 1.5 steps either way to cover anything down the line. 6'7", and then a wingspan on top of that.
Yeah.
$15.
3-5, Lendl serving 15 low.
You're not going to get a bigger forehand from that.
15 all.
Quite incredible. 2 well-struck shots here. Here's the first one. Look at that elbow way back, and then he snaps into it. Big loopy swing. He closes the face of the racket as he takes it back, and there he's another 4 feet behind the baseline and hit that one outright winner.
30-15. Thank you. Thank you.
$30-15.
You understand quite a bit of French, Cliff. What was he saying there?
I know how to order food, and I know how to keep score on the tennis court. That's about it. Open court, he puts it away easily. Lendl has gained point.
40-15.
Winners and errors so far. The winners, yeah, Rosé is pretty even in both departments. So is Lendl.
Bigger numbers there behind Rosé's name because he hits the ball harder.
And I think he goes for a lot, but when he runs around that backhand, he's going for a winner.
40-30.
Chip and charge on that from Rosé. That's the first point we've seen that happen. and tough to lob over if you don't get a good topspin lob, the one that puts him off balance. 6'7", and that wingspan again sort of gets up there.
Game point. He'll get this one, but he won't do anything with it when he gets there, but he's just waiting for one more game because he's serving for the second set. It's 5-4 Rosset.
Do you know which types of mutual funds are performing best right now? Get the answers when you subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Call now and you'll also get a free guide to understanding money and investing. It focuses on the risks and the rewards of investments. Get your guide free when you subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Get 10 weeks.
There. It sure was. Mike Hales.
Call toll-free 800-340-3500. That's 800-340-3500.
So frustrating. I don't know why we can't get the receptor to connect. Are you done with
Most people think we make medicines. Actually, our job is to find them.
I'm going to lunch. You coming?
No, I want to get this gel running.
I'll see you down there then.
On the brink of discovery, Glaxo.
Yes, there it is.
Manny is going to be serving for the second set, and it's just interesting to watch Rosset play this game because he's such a big and gangly guy, and everybody says, well, you watch him serve, and of course you do have to watch him serve, but there is a lot of other strokes that go to make a winner, and he's used a lot of them here, especially in the second set. Has not been in any trouble on his serve, incidentally.
Fred,
Now
you said this guy had a big serve, but can he serve at 175 miles per hour?
Well, that's what it showed.
I think that was a miscue.
I think they've been playing around with that clock.
125.
And also our producer and director having fun in the truck. They put another hat up there with a fan on, so that means that's Cliff's time to say, well, hold on to your hats, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, getting some dry sawdust probably, Van Lendl. Crowd are for him. He's a Connecticut resident. We're at the Connecticut Tennis Center in New Haven, campus of Yale University, just stone's throw from the Yale Bowl. Rosset for the set.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, Fred, will be interesting to see if Rosset tightens up at his serve in this game, serving for the second set as he did in the tiebreak against Lendl. But Lendl with two very solid forehands, gets the ball in the middle of the court, shortened up his backswing. Oh, that was...
No, he'll play two. So now the question...
That hurts, though. That hurts because that was an unreturnable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tough overrule there from Richard Kaufman. That big serve down there, the lines judge called it a fault and an immediate overrule from Kaufman.
Oh!
There was no doubt that he had to call for two there because the call obviously could have affected Lendl's return. Lendl at the net, and he's got love 30.
That's where Lendl just gets a little bit tougher with you, a little nastier.
Well, we talked about experience and how to play the big points. He gets the short one. It's not a real good approach shot, but it puts pressure on Rosset to come up with anything, and he doesn't do anything. It's a flip two-handed backhand down the middle of the court, an easy put away from Lendl. Lendl has love 30. Has not made a first serve, serving for the set. And as Vitas mentioned, throughout this set, he's only lost 2 points on serve. He's been so relaxed and so smooth on the motion.
Oh, that's good, too.
Good point, period, because the volley from almost his shoelaces was a good one, and then Lendl had a shot at it, flipped the tape, though.
And like all great champions, Lendl has been able to lift his game a little bit in this game and made a couple of better returns, a little bit firmer with his ground strokes. Still with a chance at 15-30. Oh, that's very big.
122 mile an hour first serve, and it's 30 all. Ball out of Ross's pocket, so they play a let. Was that a first or second serve?
It was a first serve.
Okay, well, I mean, if it had been a second serve, then he wouldn't have given him two, right?
He probably wouldn't have had the ball in his pocket if it had been the second serve.
Good point, Fred. Way to think ahead.
So he's going to go there to Kaufman and say, let's listen.
Fair enough. Good call. I mean, you can't have a ball running around the court.
Well, it turns out to be a break for Rosset because Lendl made a good return,
Yeah.
gets the serve back, which is what is, you know, the main objective on this guy's big serve.
This is a break point for Lendl. If we need to, we're going to stay past 3 o'clock, and surely we will. And then the golf will follow that.
Well, that was poetic, Jesse, because he was in command of the previous point, and the odds are that he would have gotten the break point anyway.
But he comes up with a big 118 mile an hour first serve, and we're back at deuce.
And he served and volleyed on that occasion as well. That's good tactics. If you've got a big bomb that way, very rarely is the guy going to be able to come back and beat you on the first serve if you get it in.
Solid play from Lendl. He's got another break point.
Lendl's smart, Fred.
Yeah.
He's forcing Rosset to come up with the big shots.
That's what he's got to do. And Lendl here goes down the middle of the court. He's not doing much on the volley, but he doesn't look like missing any, and he gets enough time here to get the short one on the angle, and he knows that Rosset doesn't move that well, and he couldn't get there. One first serve in this service game, and that was on break point. Well, Lendl there just really upset with himself.
Just couldn't get out of the way of that ball. And you know what he's saying to himself, second serve, move your feet, get into a good position.
Got that
to return the ball.
A little bit early, didn't he? Because he got it out wide.
That was a big break for Rosset.
So here now is a game and set point for Marc Rosset. Set all. This will go into a three-setter, and they are waiting to see who goes into the quarterfinals. The winner will take on either Medvedev or Pescosolido of Italy, Medvedev of Ukraine. Coming up next, it'll be the PGA Sprint International. It'll be live, and it will follow the tennis this afternoon. Set number 3 now. Ivan Lendl to serve.
Interesting finale to that set because Lendl had a couple of opportunities. Wasn't a big service game from Rosset, but he got the big bullet in when he needed it.
Lendl was broken first game of the second set. That's the only break of serve in the match.
That's a very big forehand when you can hit a clean winner from about 1.5 yards behind the baseline with your opponent about 1.5 yards behind the baseline. That's hit.
Yeah, love 30. If you tuned in to watch the golf, it will follow our live coverage of the Volvo International. It's the Sprint International, and that'll be at 3:30 this afternoon in 30 minutes time.
Well, that was the longest rally, and he's only got 25 seconds. He's going to get a time violation there. Now he's going to go and ask about it.
Seconds more. No, but you made him wait, and he would have gone over for 25 while you waited.
So if he's ready, if he's ready,
then you have to play at his reasonable pace.
You can see Marc Rosset, he's puffing and blowing there. That's the longest rally that he's taken. Now, I think he took that code violation or that time violation and said, hey, I need a bit more time. I'm going to go and ask a couple of questions here because he's really breathing hard at the moment.
Love 30. Critical time, too, because this is, as I said, you know, he broke the first game of the second set, and that's the only break of the match.
That might be a pretty good investment.
Yeah.
I mean, so you get the first as a warning.
He doesn't lose anything by it, gets himself another 25 seconds. You see, that long point actually has been worth 2 points to Lendl here because he's missed two very quick forehands here, trying to finish the points in a hurry.
And, you know, Lendl picked up on it, too.
Oh, yeah.
He was a little bit quicker with his delivery, wanted to get the point started a little bit faster.
Listen to the squeaks, folks. That's footwork.
Boy, that is a great effort by both players. I mean, Rosset, as exhausted as he is, realizes how important this moment is, and he covered a lot of territory. He has got to be exhausted now. Lendl puts it away.
Yeah, side to side, he's done a lot of work here, and Lendl's ready to serve right now while this guy's just trying to catch his breath. There goes the lob.
That's one department Ivan Lendl was never lacking in, the fitness department.
You got that right. I figured that was going to be a one-stroke point.
And you figured right.
I mean, he wasn't going to waste any time running from side to side on that point. I think you'll see another one right here.
That's a smart serve again by Lendl because he knows how much work Rosset's done in this particular game, and that was only 99 miles an hour, but he made sure he got it in and broke it out wide.
Game point.
And Fred, the other thing in the back of Ivan Lendl's mind now is, I've got to hold the serve, but at the same time, let me soften this guy up. You know, if he gets a little more tired, it's going to be a little bit tougher for him to hold his own serve. He's going to run out of a little bit of gas.
Get more serves back into play.
You're watching Ivan Lendl, #1 player in the world for longer than anyone else on the IBM ATP Tour computer. Look at him again.
Oh, you won't often see a bad shot selection from Ivan Lendl, but he really didn't have to go for the winner here.
No.
Yeah, he knows how hard Rosé is working and huffing and puffing out there. Make him run one more time so you really have an opening.
Break point. Hit, and he hits it wide. Lendl, the #10 seed, as I said, #1 in the world for longer than anyone. Lendl calling for the towel.
Yeah, he took the wrong one. The ball kid went up there with Rosé's towel. He said, no, that's not mine, get mine. So Rosé will take that brief respite there. He goes back, trying to wipe the hand on the back of the court there.
It looks like he could use it too.
This is a very important game. First game of the third and final set.
There goes the racket, which he catches to the delight of the audience, and Lendl's got a game point now. Rosé is the #7 seeded player here. Lendl the #10. Lendl's won this tournament in the past. Deuce again.
Deuce for the 4th time.
You can see how wet Rosé shirt is. He was called for a time violation, warned for one. He hasn't been given a point penalty yet, but he's got to look out now because both players are really feeling the muggy heat here of New Haven this afternoon.
Lendl had the right idea. He was just going to try to play that little floater cross court because Rosé was going against the grain there. Watch, he's going to start leaning to his right, and he just wanted to play it over. So even if Rosé had gone to it, he wouldn't have been able to do much with it.
Longest game of the match, the most important game of the match.
He needed only one break to serve in the second set, and he held it 6-4. We'll find out what happens here. Lendl's not happy.
Because every family needs a car designed for safety and reliability, every 900 series Volvo has dual airbags, anti-lock brakes, and a side impact protection system. And now they start at just $22,900. Because Volvo recognizes there are other things a family might need, like more piano lessons.
It still bugs me that I waited to try Old Spice High Endurance just because I thought all deodorants worked the same. Dumb. This proves it's the best. Better than the leading stick. It evaporates less quickly, it also lasts longer, protects better. You can't ignore that. Or this guarantee. Try it. If you don't think it's the best, call 1-800-PROVE-IT, and they'll buy you a stick of yours. You gotta figure anyone that serious about deodorant deserves a serious shot. Come on, take the High Endurance Challenge from Old Spice. I did.
How to take a...
This is the Volvo International. Ivan Lendl taking on Marc Rosset, and this match has really caught fire. Golf coming your way at 3:30 this afternoon. This is live coverage, and here's a look at Marc Rosset. He is really tired. As a matter of fact, both of them are tired. Watch this again, Fred.
Very important moment in this third set in this match. Look at Rosset. He barely threw that one up. Now, this is an easy one for Lendl. Lendl gets in position, and look at... This is what happens then. Lendl thumps it. Rosset says, oh, I've been given a gift. This is the shot that Lendl misses. It's up in the air. He has all the time in the world. He drives the forehand into the top of the tape. He is absolutely disgusted. Look, he drops the racket. He knows how much that first game meant. And this is Lendl then smacking the racket down on the chairs as he takes the seat. And right now, this has been a long match, this one, so we don't have anybody on court. Both players have left to change shorts and to change their tennis shoes because it's a very humid day, and also to take a bathroom break. Long day at the office, as they might say.
Oh, boy, you got that right. Well, we are going to give you an opportunity here to take a look at some of the activities that surround this great championship here. It's the Volvo International, and it's in New Haven. So stay tuned. Yale University, home to the Volvo, is also a major sponsor of Science Park, a national model for technology transfer and small business development. This unique public-private partnership of Yale, the state of Connecticut, the city of New Haven, and the Olin Corporation has banded together on this 80-acre site, which consists of more than a dozen new and rehabilitated buildings. In all, nearly 1 million square feet of state-of-the-art laboratory, manufacturing, and office space will be available. Nearly 100 small companies are already here. Science Park offers a unique range of resources for high-tech startups, including low-cost space, access to capital, and links to Yale. This technology incubator and research business park includes a dynamic R&D community and the opportunity to access world-class research.
The basic mission of Science Park is to produce new companies and jobs, but the way to do that is to marry research from Yale University as well as the entrepreneurism from emerging new companies and using government support and resources to help build that together.
So Ivan Lendl has now made his way back. They both took what I guess you could call a bathroom break. In fact, they just needed the rest, the both of them. And so when Rosset said, I want to take a bathroom break, Lendl immediately took himself the opportunity to go into the locker room as well. He's going to change shirts as well. That's perfectly legal. But clearly this match has taken a lot out of both of these players. And Marc Rosset is ambling back. Now, you could see him on that replay that we showed you of the last point, that he was looking a lot like a punch-drunk boxer. And Ivan Lendl, on the other hand, he looked like he was ready to play. Doesn't seem like he's changed his shirt.
He doesn't have another shirt. He's got plenty of shirts, but he hasn't changed his shirt. I can't understand that. He went off the bathroom break and he come back on with some bananas for sustenance, I guess. And Ivan Lendl's changed everything. He's changed shirts, he's changed his shoes, and he's also changed his shorts. So he's got a new outfit. He's got to feel nice and fresh going out there as he takes the sawdust. Marc Rosset, on the other hand, he's exhausted and he still has that very wet shirt on.
Thank you.
One game to love. Rosset in the third set. That's a break.
These numbers are for the second set only. You can see Lendl won the first. Second set was the first serve percentages. Rosset way down to 38%. He's come down from 70% there. Lendl's gone up from about 43% to 77%, but he still lost a set. How do you figure that out?
Well, because Rosset lost 7 points on his serve. That'll do it every time. So he has been very successful on second serve, clearly. 30 love, Rosset. Put in a couple of big ones so far here. That's the advantage of being a big server. You don't have to let the points last too long.
In case you've just joined us, these two players have met twice before, and Rosset has won on both occasions. He beat Lendl in the Italian Championships on clay in Rome in 1992, 3 sets, and then the last time on hard courts was here in New Haven in 1991, the year that Rosset did very well here. He took Lendl out in straight sets.
PGA Golf is coming up next at 3:30 here on ESPN. 30 all in this game. Michael Stich, a winner earlier today. Daniel Vacek of the Czech Republic over Rudolf Gilbert. They'll play against each other in the round of 16. Mark Gulner a winner as well. Medvedev also.